Example 3, adding and subtracting with different denominators. Our first step, factor the denominators. So factor the bottoms. This one's already factored, there's no GCF and there's no squared. This one can be x plus 2, x plus 1. So this really equals this right here. Once we do that, step 2 is find the LCM. We just talked about that in our last video. So our LCM for this problem is they both have an x plus 1. And then I need this, so they both have this. They need the leftover x plus 2. So step 3 is multiply the top piece by the missing bottom piece. Okay, so my LCM is x plus 1, x plus 2. This one I have the x plus 1, x plus 2. So this is not missing anything, so I'm just going to write it straight down. If it is, then you need to put it there. That says plus. I'm going to write this. This has the x plus 1, but it's missing this x plus 2. So we need to write x plus 2. All of that is over my LCM, which is x plus 1, x plus 2. Once I have it like this, I just need to, my step 4 is to simplify. So that x minus 1 is not changing anything, so x minus 1 plus x times x makes x squared, and x times 2 makes plus 2x. This is still over that x plus 1, x plus 2. Simplify it by even more common terms. So x squared is going to go first. We've got an x plus a 2x makes 3x. And then just our negative 1. If you can factor, so simplify means distribute if you need to, like terms, and then factor if you can. When you factor, that also means to cross out if you can. Just like we did simplify last time in class. So this cannot be factored on top, so this one is done. This is your answer right here. Let's try B. Remember, our first step is to factor the denominator. This one cannot be factored, but this one can. That is x minus 3 and x plus 3 because they're both perfect squares. So our next step is to find our LCM. They both have the x plus 3, right? So x plus 3, but then I need this x minus 3. Okay, so now I'm going to write down my x. It has the x plus 3, but it does not have this x minus 3, so I need to put parentheses x minus 3. Plus this negative 18, x minus 3, x plus 3, those are both those pieces right there, so that's not missing anything. I don't multiply it by anything. So over our x plus 3, x minus 3. And then we need to multiply those to distribute this one in. So it is x squared minus 3x plus a negative, so it is minus 18 over the x plus 3, x minus 3. This numerator, the top, however, can be factored. Factors of 18 are 1 and 18, 2, 9, 3, and 6. Which one adds, or in this case subtracts because that's a negative. So negative is 3 minus 6. So x plus 3, x minus 6, And the bottom was x plus 3, x minus 3. Anything is the same? Yes, this one and this one. So our final answer is whatever is left over, x minus 6 over x minus 3. Now on C, we're going to subtract. Same steps though. Factor the bottoms. So this is x minus 2 and x plus 2. This one can't be factored. Our LCM are matching pieces. They both have an x plus 2. And the piece that doesn't match is the x minus 2 from over here. So I'm going to write down this 2x squared minus 16. X minus 2, x plus 2 is already up here and I'm not missing anything. So that's just going to stay. Minus, and remember from earlier today, anytime there's a minus, there's a parentheses around whatever it's coming up. This has an x plus 2, but it is missing that x minus 2, so I need the x minus 2 right there. Over this x plus 2, x minus 2. I need to simplify. I can't simplify these two, so I'm just going to bring it over. Now that negative goes into both of these. Actually, let's go ahead and FOIL first. So minus x times x makes x squared. X times negative 2 makes negative 2x. X times 4 makes positive 4x. And 4 times negative 2 makes negative 8. All of this is still over x plus 2, x minus 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and distribute this in. You could do this in a couple different orders or combine things at once if you were able to do that. So I'm going to bring down my 2x squared minus 16 minus x squared. Negative and negative make it plus 2x. Negative and a positive make a negative 4x. Negative and negative make a positive 8. And all of this is still over x plus 2, x minus 2. Combine like terms. And we are going to get 2 minus 1 makes 1x squared. 2 minus 4 makes negative 2x. Negative 16 plus 8 makes negative 8. So can I factor the top now? Factors of 8 are 1 and 8, 2 and 4. They need to subtract because that's minus. So 2 minus 4 does make negative 2. So this one can. So x plus 2, x minus 4. Over that x plus 2, x minus 2. Can anything cancel? Both of those can. So we're left with x minus 4 over x minus 2. D, another minus. This time, neither one of the bottoms can be factored, so I can go straight to my LCM. Since they're not the same, that means I need them both. So 2x plus 5 and 5x minus 2. So this 3x minus 2 does not have this 5x minus 2. Minus 2. This 5x minus 2 does not have this 2x plus 5. And this is all over the LCM we just decided. 2x plus 5 and 5x minus 2. I need to FOIL and distribute here. So 3 times 5 is 15. So 15x squared. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. That makes a negative 10x. And a plus 4. So that's just the first part. Now negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 5, or positive 5 makes negative 10. All of this is over 2x plus 5, 5x minus 2. Let's simplify this. Our only x squared is 15x squared. So I'm going to bring down my 15x squared. Then I've got negative 6x minus 10x is negative 16. Minus 4 makes negative 20x. And then 4 minus 10 makes negative 6. All this is over the 2x plus 5 and the 5x minus 2. This cannot be factored, so we're leaving it just like that. Try these two for me.